Hello and welcome to the Buyer King Plays Genshin Impact. Sorry for the delay there, folks. I logged into the game and the graphics were down at their lowest setting. It was set up for a different size screen. I don't know what the hell was going on. I played it yesterday. It was fine. But yes. Ooh, it's a character's birthday today. Right. So, I am back after my weekend away, and we're going to get right into it with... Oh, look, it's Diona's birthday. Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to try and read this. I can't do her voice. Huh. Okay, so... Where last we left our heroes... this one, right? Yeah. Last we left our heroes, we helped in the construction of the new Jade Chamber. As we are on our, and we're on to the next step now, having teamed up with some new characters. What's going on in the events? Oh, right. Wind Trace is going on. It's a multiplayer event, which was weird. Also, hello there, Ether. I did see you right before I actually logged on. Hopefully you're still here. Oh, wait, shit. I should do this first.
Add Astra.
Gotta do this first. Oh, really, 14 minutes from the non-specialty people? So close. I'll come back for them in a few minutes, I guess. Alright. And our next step is Master Zhang, I believe. Yes, welcome.
Hello. Are you here for something off the shelf, or do you need something forged?
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Good to be back.
Of course I have.
It has been
Sorry.
a while, huh?
Who's asking?
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry for my father in the past, for stage use.
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon.
Demeanor changes.
Sorry. My brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yoon. Even folks who don't make it to the opera all that often. Like myself. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh?
I like his
As it
outfit.
happens,
Maybe
I
just
do
'cause of
know
the
how to make them. Matter
color
of fact,
scheme, but
I made some for
it's a good
Lady
one.
Ninguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber. The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ninguang supplied them herself last time. I don't suppose you've brought any yourselves?
Maybe.
No, we were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we need.
Sure. Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium. If I remember correctly,
Okay.
Lady Ninguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions.
Huh.
It could take
Come
some
on,
work,
stop with the
but if
pauses.
you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Subrosium, though,
Oh no.
that's trickier. It's all but unheard of on the market.
Then where do we start?
I'm really not sure.
I'm good night,
Sorry.
Ether.
What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of the stuff. Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter Iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about Subrosium.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the divine damsel of devastation also takes place on that mountain. I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepti, in fact. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Let's not delay. We should head straight there.
That's where Cloud Chaser found Shenhe. dingy. Alright, where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, not too far. Yeah, but yes, I was away all weekend at a fun convention and am quarantining all week until I can get a PCR test, just to be safe. Let's see if we can grab that thing on the wall first. I haven't gotten all of those. I must have been to this town before, huh?
I came to Mount Tianeng once with my father as a child.
Ooh,
I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, this looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti.
You like to talk, don't you?
The Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. Huh. Seems like you have a real connection with this place. What's the story about, though?
Shenhe.
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool. A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite.
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me."
What a nasty piece of work! Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place!
But the monster was
so
so
angry
terrible
about the
and so
story.
strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
No, don't do...
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She
Ooh.
approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own.
Shenhe.
Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world.
Nope.
And so,
Here she is.
destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air.
Remain silent or
That's how the
look at
opera
Shenhe.
ends.
I really like this story,
I bet you do.
but I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the divine damsel.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get ourselves some Star Splinter Iron! Yeah!
Okay. claymores for mining, and also realizing the Traveler technically doesn't... He doesn't have a vision. Gotta be up here, yeah. Oh, I went in the wrong direction. Entirely wrong direction. I didn't even look on the map. Alright. Nope, just take it. Okay. Is it gonna make that noise just with whoever I have? Okay, so it does matter that I have someone with a vision.
This should be enough Star Splinter iron. Now we just need to find that Symbrozium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we ask you something?
You can see me? I'm a
You
ghost!
didn't seem to catch.
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Symbrozium.
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Shenhua, Yunjin, let's have a look around.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
Oh.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shinho. You're alive. The rumors were true. So, all these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Symbrozium. But I think you can find some information in the village.
Oh, did you have to shock him into speaking?
This place
What
is
happened here?
deserted now. No one ever comes here. So you can rummage around all you want.
Then who's in the building with the lights
You
on?
know this guy, Shenhua?
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
Yeah, even if he did, she'd
Then
still
let's
be
see what
safe.
we can find in this village.
I want to say the original language it was written in goes like the lines are a lot longer than the English, which is why these pauses are happening.
I came back here once before, a few years ago. Alone. I hid it from Master at the time. It was deserted then, too, except for a few low-life bandits. Everyone and everything I remembered was long gone. But as people were passing by, they stopped to admire me. They praised me, telling me I gave off the aura of an Adeptus. I tried explaining to them that I wasn't an Adeptus, just an ordinary person who came from this village. But no one believed me. When I saw how run down all these houses were, I felt at a loss. It was like I took a look at the world, and on the surface, it looked like a vast realm with so many places I could go. Then I looked a little closer, and there was nowhere for me to go at all.
Suddenly, So much time has gone by. Everything has changed.
Last time I visited, I felt so upset. But today, I don't know why, but it feels different.
It is easy for your mind to run wild when you are alone. But this time, you are with your friends, aren't you?
Yes, my friends.
Alright. If I'd known it was going to be that long, including both of them, I would have positioned myself better at the beginning of that.
What's this?
Whoa. Ragged notebook. The doctor said you were gravely ill. Don't worry, I will give everything I have to save you. My heart bleeds whenever I see you getting weary or your illness beyond treatment. I wish I could suffer the pain for you. You said you had no regrets in this life, and that you only wish for me to take good care of Shenhe. But you regret nothing. Why the tears? I don't know what I've been doing lately. Though I still breathe, I feel like an empty shell. I've read all the ancient texts I could get my hands on, looking for ways to save you, but it's utterly futile. I finally found it! It was Mingjun. He kept the book that could save you hidden. I took it, followed its instructions to summon a god and offer a sacrifice. The god appeared. I told him I was willing to exchange my life for yours. He kept silent and only pointed at our daughter, Shenhe. The god said her fate was to bear the curse of calamity, and that she was prone to bring harm to those close to her. The god also said that she might even have been the cause of your death. In that case, I thought I left her in the cave that the god mentioned. 3 days have passed, and still no news. I grow restless from waiting, seized by an ominous feeling. I'm sorry, my love. Forgive me. You too, Shenhe. Please forgive me. How stupid I was, how blind. Let me apologize to both of you. In person. Maybe this is the true story of the Divine Damsel of Devastation.
So, Shenhe is the Divine Damsel?
Called it!
Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an Adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the Divine Damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster by her own father. The truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation. She was forced into it. It looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera.
Well, it doesn't have to. Another one? Records of a Changing Village.
So it seems that Shenhe's father thought he was summoning a benevolent deity using a magic incantation. But in fact, he summoned an evil god's remains, which took the form of a monster.
A branch family of exorcists used to live in the east of the village. But in around 2 weeks, the mother died of disease, the young daughter went missing, and shortly after, the father hanged himself on a tree in the yard of his own house. It has been confirmed that traces of an evil god's remains were found in the village. The villagers are panicking as no one is certain whether the evil god's remains are gone for good. Do be careful when you're in this area. And yeah, the evil god's remains, which Cloud Gazer told us about. His cloud gazer.
His obsessive yearning for his deceased wife led to a terrible tragedy. The villagers moved away in fear, without ever learning the truth. And now, this place is deserted. Still, I do wonder what the connection is between Shenhe and Ningjin.
Well, he was mentioned in the other letter. Oh, a
We've
former
looked
dream.
everywhere, but still no mention of Sybrosium. Let's have a look over there.
Over here? It's giving me an area instead of a point when it literally is just a teeny tiny point area. Another one!
This is it!
Mountainous miscellany. Magic engraved on Sybrosium does not wear off easily. Some believe the stone to be a bridge between the living and the dead. However, finding Sybrosium is no easy matter. You need to be at the right place at the right time. Legend has it you may find Sybrosium if you stand in the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk and look in the direction of the setting sun.
So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Sybrosium. Let's go back and tell Shenhe the news.
Nope, didn't even get there.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptess from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. Well, we all know how that story ended. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhe, we're back!
Walking instead of gliding for some reason.
Then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, it brings me some solace knowing that you are okay. I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end.
Watch him walk
Shenhe,
away.
look! This tells us how to find Sybrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake.
Let's go then.
We also found the story of your past if you want to read it.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village,
There we
we
go.
found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts.
Please don't.
So I'd like
I like
to
the
change
hero
them.
route.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father's fiction.
It's okay. I like your version. My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet.
Aw.
Shenhua! Yunjin! Cut the chit-chat! Let's go!
Fuck off, Paimon.
We can't let someone else beat us to it!
Alright, we're going. Jeez. Where are we going? Down there. Honestly. Nope. Star Splinter and the 3 things we just found. Oh, it's this way. Oh, it's up. Damn it. Didn't think it would be up. Oh, it is that. Alright. Oh, it's... Okay, wait until evening, around 17:30. First of all, what was this? Witness the truth of the village's history. $17.30. Right in the cutscene. Okay. This is interesting too. They have one of those statues that we've seen a bunch of other places. Laying down in here, and in its hands is a bush. Which, is like it's holding a bouquet of flowers. Is that... Hold on. Don't know if you guys caught... Yeah, it is him. Ah, here we go.
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in! I'm curious if Beto's made any progress.
And also, hi, Xiao!
What brings you here?
What brings you here?
Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea?
What danger in the sea?
Ninguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract, as an Adeptus, I should not get involved for now. But these things can be unpredictable. I have a contingency plan of my own.
Xiao, what are you...
Only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend this place myself.
Okay. They don't normally put characters just out in the world like this. I like it. Well, okay. News, we're going right back here, and I can get those other expeditions.
Ad Astra at...
Oh, goodness.
So, are they okay?
This is some top-quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these.
Yeah.
Guess now it's my time to shine.
Hell yeah.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry. It won't take me too long.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next. But where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
Looks
I'll
at
sort
Shinha.
that out.
Yep.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils.
Oh.
Master heard that Ninguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge that I lack. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all.
Nah, you're
But either
just starting
way,
out. You're good.
I'm very glad to have met you. And I'll take care of those Adepti sigils.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe I'll learn something.
Excellent.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can assure you there will be no quality issues.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us.
Don't think there is anyone else, Paimon. Wondercore. Adepti sigil. Are they really? Yeah, wow, they are 5-star items. Normally stuff like this will show up like a 3-star since we're going to get rid of it. 3-star or even a no-star. Huh, never had a 2-star item in that category. Poppers! You gonna start following me? Yes, yes they are. Hello there. Nope, not this far. Oh, that's fascinating. This thing is just here for the mission, so
Ninguang's little secretary.
it's not programmed
We
very
found all
well.
the materials.
Nearly tripped through it a few times.
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. Okay, I see. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. It seems that we found our winners.
Yay.
I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are the Traveler, Yunjin, and Beidou.
What? It's over already? I haven't even found the plus strike yet.
I can't believe it.
I can.
So close.
You're main characters,
so
you see.
far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where Lady Ninguang is waiting for you.
Huh? Where's Beidou? She was right here.
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with me for now.
Ah, so you couldn't get her voice for this part.
All right then. Guess we'll head on up to the Jade Chamber first. This has been a long time coming. The last time we went up to the Jade Chamber was ages ago.
And then it got destroyed. Oh. Oh. Oh! It has been fully made once again. Are we? Oh no, it's still tied down. Still in the same place. All right. Should I explore it first, or I mean, there's nothing really to explore, is there? Oh.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will soar into the sky. Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my promise.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for a venue for your new opera, aren't you?
That's right. Lady Ninguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber? The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens. I can think of no better stage for you than here, Miss Yun.
Well, where do we put the audience?
Thank you, Lady Ninguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly. Please allow me to bring all these aboard the Jade Chamber.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera deserves.
Oh, a traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time comes.
You're next.
Also, please
What
find
is
a
your
different hat.
question? I should clarify. I do not know your sister's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
Wow. You're a mind reader, Ninguang. Oh well. Guess Paimon will ask a question then.
No!
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, and instinct for what is a good opportunity. All of these traits are crucial. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is not to say that it will work for you.
Wow. Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
Well, you mentioned it before.
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and I intend to repay you handsomely for it.
So no stupid
So
questions.
I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Oh, great! So next time we run out of Moro, we just
Which will
need
never
to come
happen.
to Ninguang? No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
You did not. But you.
Me?
She was allowing.
Yes, this is a group effort.
Oh yeah, she's technically part
Thank
of our
you.
group, huh?
But I don't have anything to ask.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'd urge you not to squander it.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second. Paimon can probably think of another one.
And that'll be a waste. Shenhe, you're up.
Lady Ninguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in Liyue Harbor.
Huh. A sense of belonging.
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel part of it, it always requires a reason. Perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you enjoy the atmosphere of Liyue, and you will become accustomed to it. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay. I hope you can find yours soon.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou! It's your turn! Do you have a question for Ninguang?
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ninguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Now we deal with whatever
Don't
is
worry.
going on out in
I have made
out in
preparations.
the ocean.
The wound dressings are ready, and the Millilith have set up an ambush.
Glad to hear it. Watch your back. Stay alert.
Beidou? Ninguang? What are you talking about?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe it's better that you don't know.
Let's prepare for liftoff. We
When
got a
I
fun
first
cutscene?
set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor far below. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of Teyvat. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew at this time. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, bearing witness to the prosperity and peace of the human world. And I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence!
Oh, you actually showed a bit more emotion in your voice that time. Yeah, here we go. Whee! Giant flying mansion! Oh, shit. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is a pretty game. And... is this the same as... Yep, he's back. The defeated god has risen again. Wait, only one head. Might be a different one?
Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Avenger.
Osial's wife. Final
Oh!
follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew
Okay.
this was coming.
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Really?
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No. In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
Well, that was her constellation. Oh shit! Here we are. Oh, one of the islands out there. Let's see. And Beidou's ship. I forget what it's called. I know it's the Crux Fleet. Oh, fuck. Three-pronged attack. Right when she reveals herself. Oh no.
Tsunami incoming!
Serpent, Serpent, surf the wave! Surf the wave in a goddamn paddle boat!
Wait! A giant wave!
Wait, what are you doing? Oof. Nice try! Thank you, Shenhe. Is he gonna say something?
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
Oh, good lord! Fucking hell, the music hit just hit me in the chest.
What are you doing here?
I can't let you be the only one taking this risk.
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll help too.
Was not expecting this. I'm glad we get some sort of boss battle for this. Oh, what is this? No.
Unleash! Manifest!
Oh no. Like, I want to do this as Shenhe, but I know she's not that powerful compared to, like, Diluc or even Arlok. So it may just take longer using her. We'll see. Oh, also, I should definitely put my healing item back on. Just in case, you know?
I'll protect us.
You will regret this!
Fuck!
Unleash! Obey!
That's a line. There you are. Oh.
Unleash!
Honestly? Oh nope, gotta dodge. Oh, still hit. Okay. You are.
Obey! Unleash! Manifest! Obey!
There we go. Interesting, we didn't get the health bars all the way down. Just like one of them is technically still there. Fuck. One of them has like one hit left. No, two of them have one hit left. There we go, Majesty of the Deep.
Shouldn't we go after her?
No.
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue pursuing her. If the place collapsed, the consequences would be disastrous. Let's head back.
All right. That was cool. You all right?
I'm just a little exhausted. Otherwise, fine. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me.
Well, in order for me to
Don't
play,
worry.
I had to.
She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like that, she'll likely seek refuge somewhere else.
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish the job.
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted. When you visit the Jade Chamber in the future, you will be afforded generous treatment.
Lady Ninguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyun Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you. How are the Millilith?
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, our losses were minimal. Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her help. On behalf of the entire Millilith, thank you for your service.
Shenhe protected us.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able to take the compliments. I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to protect you.
Aw.
Let the soldiers recuperate, but don't let your guard down. If she returns with a vengeance, we must be prepared.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shenhe.
She was kind of just a finishing blow.
I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
Lady
One
Ninguang,
has
do you know how
observed your
expensive that is?
adaptation of the Guizhong ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novel thinking. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. This is considerable progress compared to the last time. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory enough. But there will no doubt be further trials to come in the future. Do not suppose that one will not continue observing you hereafter.
No, please, keep watching.
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will always ensure Liyue's safety.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago, and noticed the air of dejection in which you returned. Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different experience.
Yes. I can't explain it, but I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, please take good care of Shenhe. She is a dear child. In fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she may be interested to hear about.
Man, looking headlong at the birds.
There'll be no need for that.
Weird.
Oh.
Like, this is fine.
They are all like this.
Yes, children do not want to hear their parents talk
Since you care
about
not to listen, one
tales of
shan't
their...
be telling you. One shall be going homeward now.
Please.
Here we
Have
go.
a good rest.
You don't
Come
want to hear
to the Jade Chamber
baby
where you have
stories.
recovered your energy. We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Liyue has weathered another crisis. This banquet must be the most spectacular ever.
Yeah, festival time. But first, the stuff is here. It kept popping up in the cutscenes. I need to take this. Oh, that one too. All right. Can we talk to you? Yeah.
The Millilith's casualties are within the range we expected. But in hindsight, there were still flaws with our plan. If we'd had more time, we could have built a barrier here to absorb the impact of the waves. We must learn from this experience and never repeat the same mistakes again. We were fortunate to have your assistance this time. Thank you.
Yeah. It'll tell me what it's called, yes? The Alcor, that's what it is. Alright. Oh shit, is... The Jade Chamber is a place we can teleport now? I mean, it's back, so yeah. It was never a fast travel location before, but now that it's now that they've brought it back, I guess they never made it a fast travel location because they never intended for you to go there very often. Being that in the story it gets destroyed, but now that it's back, I guess it's an actual location now. Oh wow! Oh yep, the stage for the opera.
Wow! Everyone's already
Actually, a lot more space here than I thought.
It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade Chamber. The food here looks amazing.
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you thoroughly enjoys yourself. Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses, but it is far from the only one. I trust you will find the marvelous view from the Jade Chamber to be an equally gratifying indulgence.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason I'm here. I've never missed any of Miss Yun's performances, and I don't intend to start now. I hear she's going to perform The Divine Damsel of Devastation today, the one written by her father. I've been so excited that I've barely slept the last few nights.
Hey, look! Miss Yun is going on stage!
Thought you were someone else, but I guess it's the same model used for Xing'er. Not in any interesting costume, just your normal outfit. Okay. And alone.
神女劈冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去， 今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well.
Yes. Good lord, yes.
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the Divine Damsel of Devastation is a more nuanced tale than ever. The play has an ending, but life goes on. I believe you will find a way to fit in Liyue Harbor.
Thank you. I think I've found the opportunity I needed to change.
Ms. Yun, here you are. Great to see you.
Oh no.
Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it, like an adeptus. Wait, you're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The divine damsel herself. And look who else we have here, the illustrious traveler. Well, I'll be. This was definitely worth showing up for. Let me pull up a chair, all right. We'll all have a friendly chat, get better acquainted.
No, let's get you out of here.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink via the orifice of your own choice.
Uh-oh, this feels all too familiar. Shenhe's back to her old self again.
Okay, I know the line. It seems she still has a long way to go, but no, this one's asked. He's asking for that.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhe. Calm down.
Kicks him off the Jade Chamber. Quest complete. The crane returns on the wind. Oh, we got Dragon Air's false fin. Wait, it's not here? Did I miss it? Oh. Found after defeating the Baptismal Bishops. What? Those are the new enemies they put down in that new area I told you guys about before. I wasn't expecting that from the... That's fascinating. I dig it. Can I sit there? No. Okay.
To act, one must first feel. After our trip to Mount Tianheng together, I felt much more in touch with the character today. I believe I was able to deliver a more profound performance because of it. Next time I have a new opera, may we study the character together again.
It's interesting, because, like, was there really a performance? I mean, sure, there was a song. And I guess a bit of a dance. So, yeah, performance, but, it was just you.
Now that I think about it, I'm glad Master sent me here to deliver the sigils. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the chance to meet you. I'm sure I have much to learn from you in the future.
Sure you do. But, oh, right, I wanted to point something out. Genshin Impact has a bunch of their music, like the majority of their music, if not all of it, on Spotify. I found it at one point. But not only that, Fleeting Colors in Flight EP album now available. That'll be on there too. I haven't looked it up yet, but that's because I hadn't finished this quest yet, and I'm guessing it'll include that song. Which, I'm slightly but not entirely surprised that they didn't translate it. It was beautiful in Chinese. And I'm reminded that this is a Chinese game. Despite it being anime as hell, it is not Japanese, it is Chinese. So the original language that all of this is written in is Chinese. So yeah, I guess they just decided not to translate the song, and I'm okay with that because it sounded fantastic.
You've made an exceptional contribution toward the building of the new Jade Chamber. I will not forget this. I shall be sure to repay your kindness at an appropriate juncture.
Alright. Go right here and start with Shia.
I wonder when I'll be able to build a Jade Chamber of my own. It'll take a lot more wealth than I have now.
It'd probably take about half the wealth of the entire city, to be honest.
But hey, you've got to dream big. Who knows? If I keep working at it, maybe one day.
Gonna go with probably not. Drunk guy.
More wine! More wine!
No,
Drinking and watching opera in the Jade Chamber. A rare and exquisite pleasure.
More like on the Jade Chamber. Let's see. Let's go on stage! Oh yeah. See, this would be where if I had actually gotten Yunjin, which is possible, you can get her in either of these. Though the last one I did, I actually got Chongyun, so that's another constellation point for him. But if I had gotten Yunjin, I'd have switched to her and stood up here for a picture. Okay. Let's see. Yep. And that's it for that. There are, in fact, 2 new story quests for Ninguang and Yunjin. We definitely have the time to start one of these, but for right now, I am actually going to explore the Jade Chamber a bit. Can I go inside? Can I get wood from these trees? No. I can go inside. I mean, I'm sure it's the same as before, but it exists again, which is interesting. Hey, Bowen. Ah, not voiced anymore. Oh, hello there. I think that's the same. I think everyone's saying the same stuff they did originally. They literally brought back the same Jade Chamber with the same people. Which would also mean that I don't get the items from these guys because I got them before. You were drilling. Yep, here's the secretary who has a big old crush on Lady Ninguang.
Understood.
Hey.
Lady
Hey, bye, she.
looks stunning today.
Bye, she. Hello. Need you, anything? Anything from your, from your crush here? No? 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 Alright. Might as well be Lady Ninguang to, explore the Jade Chamber. The new and exactly the same Jade Chamber. Say new and improved, but no, it is just kind of here. Yep, all the same lines as before, and that means I can, oh. Huh. There we go, there's something new. Does seem like something from the first Jade Chamber.
Sorry, anything business related is confidential.
Yep, this is all the same stuff. Let's switch back to, not that, to the Traveler. Oops. Forgot it does that. You need to, like, actually wait.
There's still a long road.
No, not. Ooh, 3 of them. Rise of the Jade Chamber. Complete the reconstruction of the Jade Chamber. Majesty of the Deep. Defeat Basht, Avenger of the Vortex. The Crane returns on the wind. Complete it. I now have 401 achievements. Excellent. Actually, it's not enough. I'm still debating whether or not I should get Fischl. Because it'll just be another character I don't use, but it's a character I don't have yet. I feel like I should, because I have enough. Right, so what are we doing next? We are doing the Hangout Quest. Starting with Lady Ninguang. Begin Hangout. The Jade Chamber's returning guest. Go to the Jade Chamber, mean? Yeah, I knew we'd be in the right place for it. I can claim one of those with the 8 I already have. Is it actually in here, though? It is!
Huh? It looks like all our problems are solved. Welcome to the Jade Chamber.
Protagonist?
Great. I have no idea what we would have done otherwise.
Yeah, just stayed in the
I
background.
didn't think we'd really manage to get you here.
I mean, it's a cool
This
place.
is a last-minute situation, and you're the one we trust the most.
What happened?
To put it simply, we are just looking for the right person to help. We had a very long discussion about it, but to no avail. I have tasked my 3 most trusted secretaries with overseeing an important auction tomorrow. This, however, leaves their regular duties unattended to, and the work cannot afford to go undone. The nature of their day-to-day work is highly sensitive and confidential, so whomever I ask to fill in needs to be someone I can trust, and who doesn't have a conflict of interest.
Interestingly enough, now that I think about it, I could have started this before finishing the Archon quest. Would we have met somewhere else for this part? So you thought of me?
Yes, you were the person who came to mind. We may not have spent a great deal of time together, but I do place a great deal of trust in you. To me, this work is highly sensitive and of utmost importance, though I'm sure you'll find it to be mundane at best. It would not surprise me if you can't bear the tedium or can't make the time. And yet, despite this, I thought it could do no harm to ask the question, on the off chance that you are interested.
Get to
As
the
it
point.
happens, I was just having a discussion on backup plans with my secretaries before you arrived.
But the outcome of that discussion was that we couldn't think of a suitable alternative.
Look, I'll help, I'll help. What am I doing?
This is a good reminder that we should always have a contingency plan for everything.
Anyway, this may add to the debt of gratitude I owe you. But the fact is, your arrival here has rescued what was fast becoming a rather dire situation indeed.
If I have what it takes, I'll do it.
I wouldn't worry. It's all work you'll be quite familiar with. Planning trips, gathering pertinent information, that sort of thing. All basic skills required by competent adventurers, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
If you have any questions about your work, I will answer them shortly.
Yeah, which is, what is it?
The administrative work Lady Ninguang touched upon just now is only one aspect. You'll also be required to cater for Lady Ninguang's basic daily needs, such as clothing and meals, and be on call for any other requests she may have.
That's, wow.
Don't be mistaken. I won't put you in a difficult position, and I will fully respect your judgment. All right. Please proceed to the office. Bai Shi will go over the work with you in more detail.
Yes, Lady Ninguang. Okay, let's go.
What is going on? The office downstairs.
Before I get into specifics, I want to start by giving you the big picture.
Please.
As a member of the Liyue Qixing, Lady Ninguang's every move is in the spotlight. Maintaining her perfect image at all times is absolutely essential. My usual job is to be her right hand, to maintain her image and take care of all her worries. For example, arranging her daily schedule, picking out clothes for her, dressing her, applying her perfume.
Oh right, you were the one fangirling in the center of the room before, weren't you, Bai Shi? Your eyes are really sparkling right now. Are you in a trance, or? Of course a line like that has to come up right after this past weekend. Which means I have to pick it.
You misunderstand me. I am simply trying to impress upon you the sheer importance of the work you will be undertaking.
Bai Shi has always been very passionate about her work.
Oh shit, you're here.
I can leave any task in her capable hands, and rest assured that her performance will be nothing short of exemplary. I'm sure she was simply trying to share some of her enthusiasm, in the hopes that you may find it infectious.
Thank you, Lady Ninguang. Back to the topic at hand. Let's get into the details. Bai Xiao and Bai Wen handle tasks that require enormous experience, while I'm mainly responsible for organizing her daily schedule and making sure she is well fed, dressed for any occasion, and that all her needs are met. I can go through the methods I use and give you some pointers based on my experience to ensure that you are fully equipped to perform your duties.
Just basic daily routine stuff. It'll be fine.
All in a day's work for the traveler, Great. Then I'll skip that and just get to the handover of duties. Currently, there are 133 items that have yet to be scheduled, 17 of which are high importance, and...
133?
Yes. I did try to make a start in advance, but only got as far as roughly prioritizing the tasks before I ran out of time. I'll go through the most important items with you in more detail. If there's anything you don't understand, feel free to stop me with questions at any point. First is the periodic meeting with the representatives of the 8 trades. After that, fielding opinions on revisions to the current tax legislation. Then, a discussion with Lady Kuching on issues relating to time restrictions on land conveyance deals. Following that, there's a Q&A session with all the major commerce guilds. Right after that, there's...
Hold up. Do I really have to understand Ninguang's work in all this detail just to organize her schedule?
Yes, you do. To the uninitiated, scheduling may sound like a simple process of matching tasks to time slots, but there is actually far more to it than that. You need to take travel time into account, along with a whole spectrum of potential issues that can arise. Ample knowledge of all outside factors that may weigh upon your Plan A is essential to devise a workable contingency plan. I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point?
She's not gonna keep going on like this, is she? I didn't understand any of it. No, I think I'm good.
Good. Then let's press on. We're tight on time here, and there's a lot to get through. And we still need to leave enough time for you to prepare Lady Ninguang's schedule.
No need.
Already? Wow. You're a fast learner. Very good. This will be much more efficient.
Wonderful. Then I'll be counting on you to provide my schedule for tomorrow.
I'll do my best.
I'm grateful for your assistance. Now, I will leave you here in peace to proceed with your work. I still have a few items from today's schedules that need addressing. If anything else is unclear, you can ask Bai Shi.
Take care, Lady Ninguang.
Alright. Time to make serious effort. wash up, change, get ready to go out. Meet businesswoman Lu Qiao, Liu Li Pavilion, eat lunch. Meet 3 informants and exchange information. Go to Yuhai Pavilion for a conference. Light meal, negotiate any outstanding matters from the conference. Return to the Jade Chamber. The specific times of the first 3 items are flexible and progress dependent. The conference and item 4 is scheduled for the evening. Arriving early is recommended.
Good. You factored in both priority and efficiency, and produced a rigorous and well-structured schedule. You've clearly considered it from every angle. Excellent work. You've got quite a knack for this.
Too kind.
Please be here at the Jade Chamber tomorrow morning before Lady Ninguang wakes up and start preparing based on the schedule. With you helping out here, we will be able to focus fully on the auction. It will be quite a complicated affair.
Hope everything goes well tomorrow.
I hope so too. You must be exhausted. Make sure you get an early night tonight.
I'm a protagonist in a game where we can change the time. I don't sleep. Alright. Well, first of all, we got that written down, right? Oh, right, that's another thing for down below. Rigorous schedule. Yep, same thing we just read. Screen doesn't move when we're inside a place. Wake her up. Is there a bed in here somewhere? Was I supposed to be outside? Oh wait, there's an upper level which we cannot access from inside. Oh wait, no, it's telling me to go down there.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing. Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Same as usual.
That's good. I was worried you'd be a little uncomfortable. Now then, the schedule. Let's see what you have for me today. Item 1, lunch at Liu Li Pavilion with Miss Luo Qiao. Ah, yes. I remember the invitation. I need to make sure I'm well prepared for this.
Is she a friend of yours?
No, someone I've never met before. Today's lunch will be our first time meeting each other.
It's just lunch. What exactly do you need to prepare?
She's paying a high price for my time, and I intend to make sure she gets her money's worth. Otherwise, tens of millions of mora is rather a high price for lunch, even one at Liu Li Pavilion. Wouldn't you say?
Tens of millions?
That's right. Even at this price, there is no shortage of people willing to pay for a lunch opportunity with me. To be clear, I've never had any hand in setting the price. I too was rather surprised to see it become so expensive. Time is very valuable to me, so when I first came up with the idea, I made a rule that my time would go to the highest bidder. Gradually, it developed into a lucrative business.
It's like an investment.
Yes, that sums it up very well. Most people looking to buy my time are business people who believe that whatever they spend now, they will make back several times over in due course. Naturally, for anyone looking to make a profit in a complex market, the bottom line is having the requisite experience and expertise. All I can do for them is share whatever insight I may have. As for how much my insight is worth in terms of mora, everyone has their own idea. There is no standardized way to measure something like this.
So this is how rich people think.
You are a very lucky person, you know. You get to sit in on this lunch for free. In the hands of a professional business person, The kind of information you'll be exposed to would be worth, well, tens of millions of mora.
Then I will listen and learn.
There's no need to be nervous, of course. Now, let's have some breakfast before we leave.
Alrighty. And just to put things in perspective here, where is it? All the way down at the bottom there, right by the chat, you guys can see. We currently have 11,202,632 mora. We have tens of millions of mora. Ooh.
Did you organize this entire breakfast?
I think maybe Baisha arranged it yesterday.
Uh-huh. I know what's going on then. Please, sit. Have a taste of the Jade Chamber's chef's cooking. This kind of food tastes far less satisfying if left out for too long.
Thank you. Enjoy a fine breakfast, and then head off to lunch.
What do you think? Is the food to your liking?
Hey, it's so much more than I intended to. Ooh, golden shrimp balls. I really want to try those
we have
in real
a lunch
life.
later.
They sound real tasty.
Save some space, or you might miss out on some even better food. Still, I'm happy to see that you approve of my culinary tastes.
Do you usually eat breakfast with your secretaries?
On occasion. Usually everyone is too busy for a leisurely sit-down meal. There is an awful lot to get done most of the time. Breakfast also isn't usually so lavish, hence my surprise when we got here.
That's
I
fair.
actually thought you had cooked it all yourself.
I mean, I'm not a terrible chef, but still.
Relax, I'm just joking. Baisha probably made arrangements yesterday to add a few extra dishes to the breakfast menu. You willingly took this work on, knowing that it would be tedious, and you have worked diligently. My secretaries and I are very grateful to you. Treating you to some food is but a small token of our appreciation.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Breakfast sets the tone for the rest of the day. You can't compromise on it. If you wake up to the same monotonous meal each day, you will start to feel fatigued even before you start working.
Kinda.
Well, I'm done eating. We should get ready, then head off to Liali Pavilion. I have some preparations to make first. Could you bring my clothes to my room, please?
You need a change of clothes. But we don't get to change outfits in this game, except for very few characters.
I need a change of mood, and a change of clothes will facilitate that. Who knows? Perhaps you will have a completely different impression of me after I change outfits. I already instructed Longyang to have my outfit ready. You can fetch it from her.
Understood.
Thank you. I'll be in my room.
She actually going to change her outfit? Or is it going to be, but you look exactly the same? No, it's slightly different, you see.
Hello, how may I help?
Here to fetch the change of clothes for Ninguang.
Ah, yes, of course. Please wait a moment. I'll go and get them.
After a long wait, she finally returns.
Here you are. Please give this to Lady Ninguang.
That seemed to take you a while.
Yes, this whole room is full of Lady Ninguang's personal items. Not just clothes either. There are all kinds of jewelry and ornaments. Lady Ninguang asked us to rearrange this room recently. We're currently right in the middle of that, so everything's in a bit of a mess. That's why it took me a little time to find this for you.
Sounds like Ninguang has a huge personal collection.
Anyway, you can take it now. Thanks for coming to pick it up.
Box of clothes.
Did you get it?
Box of clothes.
Ah, this is the one. Please, wait for a moment.
Concentrating the camera on the door like that makes it look like something was wrong. Well then. Hello, Ninguang in blue.
I had this specially tailored recently, and I must say, I'm really rather fond of it. What do you think?
See why.
Be honest. I just want to know your first impression.
It's stunning.
Phew. Thank you. I was actually a little nervous. Knowing that it has your seal of approval makes me feel much more self-confident.
Self-confident?
If you're second-guessing how you look, you can forget about looking glamorous. Even the finest garments in the world would look out of place on you. That's why your affirmation matters so much to me. All right, let's head to Liali Pavilion.
All right. Yeah, I could fast travel there. Or I can do something I intended to do after the quest, if we weren't, you know, already going here. It's this door. I can glide there because we are high up. Very high up. That's why it's a fast travel point now. I should have used the fan, damn it. Could have gone a bit faster that way. Fantastic. It's a very pretty game. It really does embody the open world experience of, you see that all the way over there? You can go there. There's still a limit, but you know what I mean. Actually, before I go in there, I'm gonna handle something real quick. I've gotten everything else here, so I'm just dumping the stuff I have for Mora. As if I'll ever need more Mora. Yo.
Lady Ninguang.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
No, not at all. I know that you have 1,000 different things to do each day. I'm very grateful for any amount of time you can spare from me.
Great. Well, let's leave the formalities aside from now on and make this just a friendly chat. This is the Traveler. I'm assuming you've heard of him. He happened to be in Liyue Harbor today, so I invited him to come along. It's a rare opportunity to dine with him, too. Do you mind if he sits with us?
No, not at all. On the contrary, I'm honored. What a surprise to be dining with the illustrious Traveler, too.
Huh, thought she'd introduce me as her temporary secretary.
I've always been fascinated by you and your adventures. There's so many questions I'd love to ask you. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I forgot to introduce myself. Look at me, getting all overexcited. I'm Luo Qiao, a businesswoman. I work mostly in the textile business, but recently I've been considering branching out into some other markets. That's what I wanted to ask Lady Ninguang for some advice about. I didn't know there'd be a surprise guest involved, too. So, the rumors are true then?
Rumors? About what exactly?
Wait.
You know, the rumors about the two of you, Lady Ninguang and the Traveler, having a closer than average relationship. You haven't heard?
Nope.
Come on. You must know that Lady Ninguang's every move is in the spotlight. That obviously includes her relationships. And if you didn't have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch right after finding out that you were back in Liyue Harbor?
I need to be careful how I answer this, actually. Yeah, you need to be careful how I answer this.
Interesting. Yes, we do have a special relationship, but I don't see anything unusual about it. The Traveler is a national hero in Liyue whose actions have directly contributed toward the prosperity we enjoy today.
Why, thank you.
Even putting aside my official status as one of the Liyue Qixing, I admire him on a personal level too.
Oh, yes. Well, there is nothing unusual about it at all. I was just observing that Lady Ninguang now seems to have a second interesting character in her innermost circle. The first one being the captain.
You're comparing apples and sunsettias there. Whenever Beidou returns to Liyue Harbor, all she brings me is a headache. I've missed out on a number of extremely promising investment opportunities thanks to her. In fact, the timing is always so suspiciously coincidental, I can't help but wonder if she's doing it on purpose.
Investment opportunities? Oh, do you mean the luminescent spine business? I hear that's been all the rage recently.
Really?
No, something else. All the talk about luminescent spines is just empty hype.
Oh, but isn't there some new technology from Fontaine that needs lots of luminescent spines to make it work?
If it were really that profitable, those in the know would have kept it as quiet as possible. You have to wonder, if the news is spreading like wildfire, who's fanning the flames? I had my secretary do some analysis. The current price of luminescent spines far exceeds the profits that could be made on the end product. So I would advise you to be cautious.
I see. Well, I was planning to get your opinion on how to get started in that business.
In my opinion, there are many people around with ulterior motives, making this a very risky business to enter into in the short term. Long term, it's very difficult to say, but I believe there's too much uncertainty to make it worth your investment. You worked hard to earn every mora you own, and you should be just as careful spending it as you were making it.
For those wondering, luminescent spines are the item you get from fireflies, and have yet to have a practical use in the game, to my knowledge. No idea what they're used for. Hit the nail on the head.
You think so too, huh?
At least do your research before you part with any money.
Okay, got it. If that's what both of you think, I'll take my time and not rush into anything. Maybe it'd be a better choice to invest this money into an industry that I'm genuinely interested in getting involved with. Lady Ninguang, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I didn't know how much we'd get through, but you've answered every question I wanted to ask.
Good. I'm glad I could be of some help.
Now I see why you were able to become the most successful business person in Liyue Harbor. You think clearly, you are very knowledgeable, and you keep yourself well informed. It would take me a very long time to come anywhere close to your level.
This is why so many people want to pay to spend time with Ninguang.
You've been listening for a while. Are you getting bored?
No, I'm finding it all very interesting, despite the fact that we do not know what was said.
Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you?
Maybe I'll give it a shot in the future.
Ah, so you want to be my competitor. Well then, I suppose I'll have to start looking over my shoulder.
Is not what I said.
Or how about this? I'll invest in you early on, before you make it big.
I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you. This lunch was everything I was hoping for and more. I can't wait to try out everything I've learned.
See you
Were
next
you taking
time.
notes?
I'll look forward to hearing good news from you soon.
Not gonna move the camera up at the same time? Okay.
Right then. Lunch is over. I assume you have something planned next? Although, I'm a little concerned about the auction. I wonder how my secretarial trio is getting along.
Ah. First time I've actually noticed a split. Don't worry about them, they're very capable.
Yes, you're right. Whatever happens, they can handle it. In that case, what's next on the schedule?
Meeting with the Informants.
Ah, okay then. Yes, it's been some time since I last caught up with them. Let's go to Mingxing Jewelry first.
Oh,
I need to
just
pick
there.
up something before meeting them.
I'm curious now. Was that the first split? Nope, it was the second split. Huh. I guess what? If I schedule it badly, it goes that way? That'll be interesting.
Best Lee food in town.
Hello. I'm here to collect the item I handed in for repair.
Ah, Lady Ninguang. One moment, please. I'll fetch it immediately.
Very good. Don't rush now. Please, handle it with care.
Is it something very valuable?
Yes, and no. You probably imagine that Mingxing Jewelry deals exclusively in expensive luxury goods.
True, that's my impression.
The workers here are very skilled, so I like to come to them when I need something custom made. This time, though, I just had them do a simple repair. The item is quite ordinary. In fact, the cost of the repair was more than the item was ever worth.
Lady Ninguang, your comb has been fixed.
Oh.
Please inspect it and see whether you're satisfied with our work. We did everything we could to restore it to its original condition. You'll still see a few marks on there, though. This was unavoidable because of how badly damaged the item was.
That's fine. Thank you for your hard work.
You were right about it being a little ordinary.
Yes, though it is something very precious to one of my informants. It reminds her of her mother. My informants often provide me with extremely important information. It's only fair that I endeavor to meet any requests they have in return. Trust is of far greater importance than profit in the relationship between me and my informants.
I thought useful intel could only be bought with Mora.
It's understandable to think that way, and in the vast majority of cases, you'd be completely right. But things are a little different with these particular informants. Mora doesn't get you very far with this crowd. And this only makes me all the more excited to meet with them. Thank you for the repair, Xingqi. This is a great help.
Oh, don't mention it. It's always a pleasure, Lady Ninguang.
Let's go and meet them.
Alright. Repaired comb. How far? Right over here. Oh. Her informants are the children.
Auntie Ninguang! Hi, Auntie Ninguang!
Hello, my dears. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
The informants are children?
Yes, indeed. And they are some of my most reliable helpers and friends. I didn't want to involve them in intelligence gathering for me at first, but they, on the other hand, were so enthusiastic about the idea that I thought it couldn't hurt to try. I treated it as a little game between us. It turned out that they delivered the goods and thoroughly enjoyed themselves while they were at it. So, it was a win-win.
Excellent.
So, fill me in. How have you all been doing?
Great! Mom and Dad have taken me on loads of cool trips recently. It's been loads of fun. But you didn't do your homework, did you? Yeah, but it's not my fault.
You still gotta try. Like teacher says, Liyue Harbor is in a new age now, and we've got a really important part to play.
This new age started after that great battle, you know.
Didn't know it'd have such a profound impact.
Well, this is a dramatic change, unique in all of the millennia of Liyue's history. Everyone is eager to do their part and make their mark in the age of humanity. What about you, Nan Nan? You haven't said anything yet, and you're looking a little unhappy.
I'm fine. Just don't know what to say.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. A load of really big boats came into the harbor the day before yesterday. Yeah, that's right. All the merchants were there, and it was really noisy. And then the people on the boat started unloading all these crates. There was a salty kind of fishy smell in the air. Ugh.
Oh, I see. That'll be the fishing boats coming back from the open ocean. How much cargo were they carrying? Remember, I taught you how you can tell.
Yep, I made sure to look at the waterline, just like you said. They looked really full this time.
Oh,
my goodness. Well, it sounds like they made quite a big catch.
How can you tell? Well, because they were holding a lot of weight, so it sat lower in the water, and then when they took it all off, it went higher again.
The heavier the boat, the lower the hull sits in the water. So you can tell how heavily loaded a vessel is from the height of the waterline. How deep a fully loaded vessel will sit in the water varies from ship to ship. But it's something you can tell from experience, at least for the kinds of vessels you see regularly.
Since Auntie Ninguang taught me how to do it, I can tell with just one look.
Very clever.
A few days ago, I heard some people saying that a big merchant from Fontaine is coming soon to buy luminescent spines. They said that when they get here, the price will go up a lot.
Oh, really?
That's the opposite of what Ninguang's analysis found out.
Who did you hear this from? Do you remember what they looked like?
No, I don't remember.
All right, never mind. So, how about what they said? Do you remember their exact words?
I don't remember that either. Sorry.
Are you okay? You're usually the one that talks the most. What's gotten into you today?
It's okay. Don't be upset. Actually, I brought you a little something to cheer you up. How about that, hmm?
Ta-da! Oh.
It's my comb. You remembered.
Oh.
Of course I did. If I make you a promise, I will always keep it.
Thank you, Auntie Ninguang. Thank you so much.
It was just a small favor, really. Nothing to get overexcited about.
But they said you'd be too busy to remember about a boring old comb.
They?
Uh-oh.
Looks like there's a story here. No wonder she's fumbling her words.
It's all right. Don't worry. There just seems to be some kind of misunderstanding here. Why don't you take this opportunity to clear it up? Don't you think that'd be best?
Yeah, Auntie Ninguang's not gonna blame you.
I'm sorry. I told you a lie. That thing about the luminescent spines wasn't something I heard. Two people came and told me to say it to you. I told them I didn't want to lie to Auntie Ninguang, but, they told me you'd forgotten all about the comb, and I didn't know how to argue with them. Then they bought me a new comb, and I'm sorry. I'll give them the comb back right away. No comb is better than the one you helped get fixed for me.
I know how much it means to you. It was a gift from your mom before she left Liyue Harbor, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I'll be extra careful with it from now on. When Mom gets back, she'll be so sad if she finds out I broke it.
I must say, this is most intriguing.
It looks like someone is trying to scam you.
How about this? You tell me where those two people are, and I'll take the comb back to them for you. Sound good?
Okay. They're over at the docks. They said I should go and meet them when I finished the mission.
All right then. Don't worry, it'll all be fine. I'll be right back.
Are you gonna go punish the bad guys?
Perhaps.
Now, this is a grown-up situation, okay? It's not fun and games anymore. And don't try and follow me. I'm just going to have a polite discussion with those two grown-ups about what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do.
Oh, this should be interesting.
If you told us sooner, we would have figured out that it's a lie.
Yeah, all three of us together makes a pretty smart group. I got it. Thanks.
Aw. Adorable little informants for the government. Wait, why am I getting world join requests? That shouldn't be possible. Where do I set that up? It must have switched when I did that Wind Trace event, since that's a multiplayer specific thing. Oh, gotta be these two.
Do you think that kid's gonna fluff her lines? Also, let's be honest, this is a new low for us.
Big shit.
Yes, I know. But we didn't have any other options. Just try not to overthink it, okay? Nanan's one of Ninguang's most trusted informants. Ninguang adores that kid. She's not gonna get all suspicious just because her story doesn't quite add up.
It sounds like you underestimated me. And the children as well.
Lady Ninguang?
You knew how important that comb was to Nan, and you exploited that fact to emotionally manipulate her. You coached a child to lie, made her betray her own innocence and confuse her conscience. Do you not realize how contemptible that is?
Sorry, Lady Ninguang. We never should have crossed you like this.
That's not the point. Business is business. And at some point, we're all trying to get the better of one another. So if all you've done is fool me by feeding me false information, I'd make a loss, and that would be the end of it. But you cannot put Mora above all else. You cannot go exploiting children for profit. Do you have any idea just how much damage that will cause?
It was hardly our first choice either. We were only acting out of necessity. We've been business partners for years now. We've gotten by, I guess, but never had any opportunities to expand. When we heard about the movement in the luminescent spine market, we thought to heck with it. Let's go all in on this one. See if we don't get lucky for once. So we stocked up a huge stash of luminescent spines and watched as the price went up and up. We thought this was gonna be it. We were gonna make our fortune.
But we waited and waited, and this mystery merchant from Fontaine never came. More and more people started to suspect it was all a huge scam. Suddenly, everyone with luminescent spines was running for the exit, selling as fast as they could, but we had so much inventory that no one was willing to buy it.
Anyone else making a connection to those stupid fucking NFTs? I mean, yeah, you could connect this as a stock market too, but the fact that it is all a scam, NFTs are the first thing to come to mind because NFTs are a scam. One big environment trashing, art stealing scam. Fuck NFTs. Onward. And that's when you thought of Ninguang?
Oh yeah. As soon as Lady Ninguang makes a move, everyone follows her lead, and the price takes a steep hike. If we don't sell the goods, we're both bankrupt. We're in debt to our eyeballs. We just didn't have any other choices.
To be brutally honest, we took out a loan and made a speculative investment is not a sob story.
I gotta hand it to Ninguang's voice actor for this, though. Up until now, she's always kind of seemed a bit monotone, but when she actually gets angry, you can tell. It's nice. Yep, your business analysis was correct.
But not everyone has the capability to make rational decisions. Greed, a lust for wealth, and impatience can all cloud your judgment. Do you now realize how dire the consequences of wild speculation can be?
100%. We've both barely slept in days. We begged people to take our stock off our hands. They laughed at us, called us idiots, thought it was all hilarious.
We messed up. Completely and catastrophically messed up. The savings we worked so hard our whole lives to build up, decimated, just like that. All we want now is a chance to start over.
Well, I can take your luminescent spines off your hands, but we will need a detailed contract. The portion of what I pay that exceeds the average price of luminescent spines in the past, you will have to pay back to me by some means in our future business dealings.
Huh? But that means our profit is 0.
Eventually.
Then you're free to find another willing buyer. But if you're seriously still insisting on turning a profit under these circumstances, I'm afraid you're beyond redemption.
Lady Ninguang is right. Let's swap the goods for cash and use it to pay off our debts and be done with it. This is a lifeline and we should be grateful for it. Forget about making money.
Look, I'm giving you a choice. Net zero or bankruptcy. What do you think you should choose?
Yes, you're right.
I have no particular need for luminescent spines, but I'm quite sure I can uncover a market for it with a little research.
Okay, so, shall we get this deal done now, or...?
No need to hurry. Our deal is hardly the urgent matter here. Atoning for your transgressions is the main order of business. You took advantage of a child, and you are coming with me to make a full and unreserved apology. This is an opportunity for you to show remorse.
Oh, okay.
Come on, let's go back and see the children.
You get to follow this one all the way through, huh? Whoa. Oh. Thanks for the raid, Reaper. Welcome, raiders. I do believe this is the first time I've actually gotten a raid, so welcome, welcome, welcome. We are playing some Genshin Impact, specifically at this point.
We're back.
Ninguang's
Everything's
Hangout,
all sorted.
Hangout Quest. Tends to be the case, but still, welcome.
Huh? Oh, it's those two.
I'm sorry, Nan Nan. I was lying to you when I told you that Lady Ninguang wouldn't fix your comb. I was completely in the wrong, and I promise I'll never do anything like this again. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
What do you think, Auntie Ninguang?
I think it should be your choice, and yours alone.
No matter what your decision is, we support you.
Well, since it's all sorted out now and nothing super bad happened, I guess it's okay. But we can't just let them off. We gotta show them you don't mess with us.
That's true.
Never mess with orphan
hate to
children.
See anyone else try to con you.
They're not orphaned.
I've made up my mind.
Funny to put it that way.
I want them to come play with us.
What?
Yeah! Now we have someone to play hide and seek with. Great idea. Let's go play hide and seek at the North Wharf.
Wait a second.
North Wharf.
Nope. No waiting. Come on.
So
Nah, the
full
kids
of
are great.
energy.
We should go with them.
Yes.
Oh, wait,
of
what?
course. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving them alone with those two buffoons.
Wait, are we actually going to do the hide and seek thing again? Oh, damn it. How far is the... I might as well just do this.
Let me guess what you're thinking. You're thinking that there's not a huge difference between me turning these children into my informants and the actions of those two businessmen. Am I right?
I mean, it's not as bad, but...
They were completely different when I first met them. They'd run away as soon as they saw me, or they'd be shaking with nerves and unable to speak.
You are Lady Ninguang, after all.
But gradually, they stopped seeing me as someone to be afraid of, and started seeing me as someone they can trust. For my part, I did my utmost to fulfill the duties of a responsible adult. I played games with them, but I also taught them observation skills, analytical skills, how to think critically. I never taught business, though. Now, they're much further ahead in their studies, and far more mature than their peers. This has given them confidence in themselves. I think that this is beneficial to them.
Yeah, you're a lot like a teacher to them.
Yes, perhaps I am. I never had the chance to receive a good education as a child. That's why I hope to teach these children myself. Hopefully, I can pass on some of what I've learned. Someday they may realize that not everything is a win-win deal, that deception and one-upmanship are facts of life. But there's nothing wrong with that. When that happens, they will be ready to face the world head-on and become exceptional businessmen and women. But until then, I am here to protect them.
Are you raising them to be your heirs?
I will one day die. New Qixing will replace the old, and Liyue will continue to prosper. I hope the name Ninguang will live on, but not as a person, as more of a symbol. If I can pass on everything I have learned, I can create a legacy that will live on long after I am gone.
Come on, Auntie Ninguang! Hurry up! We're not gonna wait forever!
Coming! Come on, let's enjoy this while we can.
Hey, there we go. While the view remains good. Time flies and the good years slip away easily, but the name Ninguang will remain a symbol for generations to come. Okay, that was long. That was long. But it was the first one. The first one's always the longest. So let's see. Oh yeah, wow. A lot of just straight shots here. There were only 2 splits. So let's go back here. Believe that'll be back. Oh wait, yeah, this one's still here. Oh, it's... Yeah, might as well. Yeah, I still got... I don't know, 45 minutes, give or take. So we can get another ending out of this, I'm sure. I'll be skipping as much dialogue as I need to.
Lady Ninguang.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
No.
Great. This is the Traveler. He happened to be in... Do you mind if he's...
No, not at
I
all.
wonder if we
I've always
actually
been
get her
fascinated.
outfit for doing all of these. That
I'm
would be
sorry,
cool.
I'm Lord Qiao. But that's what I wanted to
Probably
ask.
not. They probably want you to pay actual
Rumors?
money for it.
You know, you haven't heard?
Are these rumors widespread?
Come on, you must
Yep.
know. And if
Illusion
you
of
didn't
choice.
have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch?
Interesting. The Traveler is a
Illusion of
national,
choice once
even
again.
putting aside. Oh, yeah, you're comparing Apple. I've missed out on a number.
Investment opportunity.
No. So, oh, but if it were really that, I had my secretary, so I would advise you.
I see.
In my opinion, long term.
You think so too? Huh? Okay.
Do your
Got
research.
it. Maybe it'd be a.
Okay, the split is like at the end of this entire encounter.
Lady
Once this person
Ninguang,
has left,
good.
so kind of annoying that they
now
put us
I
right at the
see why
beginning.
you were. You think clearly. You were.
You've been listening for a while. Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you?
I'm a novice, but I was able to follow because you explained everything so clearly.
That means you also have a good head on your shoulders, and the ability to learn rapidly. If you are in need of Mora, you should absolutely consider doing business.
I won't take up any more of your time.
See you next time. Right then. Lunch. I'm a little concerned about the auction.
Here we go.
I wonder how my secretarial trio is getting along.
Well, we have time to go and check up on them if you want.
Good. Then let's do that. There are some slippery characters among the bidders, you see. So, even though my secretaries are very capable and experienced, I still can't help worrying for them a little. Come on. The auction is being held at Yunjin Terrace.
And new location. Yep, Jade Chamber's back. I really do like the quests here that... Oh, I've set this whole thing up. I like the quests in this game that actually change the world. Like, Jade Chamber's back. Can't really see it from here, I guess, but... What the hell is that? Huh. But yeah, there's the whole thing at the top of the mountain.
Lady Ninguang, what brings you here?
I couldn't help but feel a little concerned. So I just came to see how everything is going.
We're about ready, and people are starting to arrive. I think we should be able to start on time.
Very good. I think I'll host the auction myself.
Huh? You want to do it yourself?
Yes. Just in case anything untoward happens. I can take care of it myself.
Then we'll leave the auction itself to you. But we'll be sure to lend our full support behind the scenes.
Have you attended an auction before?
Watch one from the sidelines.
Well, would you like to participate this time? You don't have to bid, of course. Just experience the atmosphere.
Sure, it could be fun.
All right then. Feel free to take a look around the venue before it kicks off. Check out the items up for bidding and see if there's anything you might be interested in.
Inspect the goods. A fairly well-made hairpin, but there's nothing exceptional about it. Fine to buy in a shop, but can this really fetch a good price at an auction? Generic office implements. I guess they could brighten the place up a little. Still, it'd be cheaper to get one from Belai. A plain-looking vase with clear signs of wear and tear. Can't see any reason to bid on something like this. I have to wait for it to start. Alright, let's talk to the people.
Anything Lady Ninguang used to own is sure to be worth a significant amount of money. So even if the price is a little inflated, it should still be fine.
That's why. Like, oh, huh, everything up here seems ordinary. She used to own it. Yeah, We did model the whole outfit. It's pretty cool.
I can't see anything that particularly interests me. Lady Ninguang must know what she's doing, though. I'm sure she has her reasons.
I'm sure.
Did you bring plenty of Mora with you? Let's put it this way. Anything you can snag in one of Lady Ningguang's auctions is practically Mora in the bank. The more you take home, the bigger your fortune.
If you say so. Grab these so they don't sparkle in the background. And some other stuff too, because why not? I'll get this one. Right, the bent trees never give me anything. You're not involved in this. Alright, what time? 16 to 18. Great. Because it's morning. Now it has to be night again. Or evening. There it is, the little thing over in the mountain. Over that way.
It's about time to start. Find yourself somewhere to sit and we'll kick things off.
Before we start, I have a question.
Yes? What is it?
Are these auction items genuinely very valuable?
That's for you to make a considered judgment on. It's precisely what makes auctions so interesting, don't you think? Until the bids exceed the value of the item you're after, you can keep raising the price. If the bids go beyond what you can accept, then you let someone else take it. Perhaps this does not result in what you might call a fair price, but what it does do is identify the person who values the item the most.
Alright, see how it goes.
Yes, you should look forward to it. The first lot is a teacup from my personal collection. Bids starting at 10,000 Mora. That's 10,000 Mora for the teacup.
I found that Mora is pretty much, like, based on prices everywhere, it's pretty much like the yen. So think of that, 10,000 Mora is like $100. You never paid 10,000 Mora for something like this normally.
20,000.
30,000.
50,000.
Wow, bidding's fierce.
80,000. 80,000 over here.
I'll raise that to 100,000.
120.
He seems very determined.
All right, 150,000. Anyone else want to keep going now?
150 once?
170?
180,000.
180 once? 180 twice? 180. Sold!
It's mine now.
Can't believe it went for 180,000 Mora.
Okay then. Moving straight on to the next lot.
By one, the unexceptional items are sold for exceptionally
You
high
seem
prices.
to be getting quite into it. What a shame that you didn't manage to go home with anything.
Something felt off.
Of course it did. That's because I didn't come here to sell my things. I'm sure you must find it quite odd that all these everyday items could fetch such a huge price at auction. Since you're curious, why not go and talk to the buyers? I'm sure they'll give you the answers you're looking for.
Today wasn't my day. Didn't manage to snag much. There were too many bidders, and they all seemed like experts to me. I guess I'll just have to wait for the next auction. Someday, I'll be the lucky one.
Talk to crazy guy last.
Huh? You want to know why I paid so much? Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Because the previous owner was Lady Ninguang. Sure, the item may look pretty ordinary, but that's probably just because I'm not a connoisseur, so I don't know how to appreciate it. But I figured I'd buy it first, then go get it appraised by an expert. Then I'll be rich.
I may have paid an arm and a leg for this, but in the end, I got the result I wanted.
Aren't you worried about the price being overinflated?
Nothing of Ningguang's could ever be overinflated. I'm far from the only buyer who believes that owned by Ninguang is worth paying a premium for. So how much I make just depends on how many people are even bigger fans of Ninguang than I am.
Okay. Y'all are crazy.
Well, did you find the answer yet?
It's because everyone has faith in your judgment and aesthetics.
That's certainly part of it. But every bidder will have noticed that none of these items have a particularly high going rate on the market in and of themselves. Despite this, they were all willing to pay very dearly for them. I wonder, is faith in me really the only factor in their appraisal of the item's value?
I wouldn't call this faith in you. It's more like fandom. If not, then what else could it be?
You'll see shortly. The one who spent the most money will surely be the quickest to realize. If all I wanted to do was make some quick mora by exploiting their blind faith in me, I have a million more effective ways of achieving that than hosting an auction. Every participant in this auction was handpicked by me, based on certain intelligence.
All right.
Lady Ninguang, something doesn't seem quite right with the items from today's auction. As unlikely as this sounds, and please forgive me for even bringing it up, but I had to ask. You weren't selling counterfeits today, were you?
Counterfeits? Absolutely not. What motive would anyone have for making copies of things like these? They are simply ordinary items, and there was no coercion or enticement during the auction. Every bid was voluntary.
Because we trusted you! Everyone knows that you love Mora, but we also know that you made your fortune through honest means, as opposed to scamming people.
You seem to have entered into dangerous linguistic territory there. You should know that unless you have evidence to support your outlandish claims, I am legally entitled to sue you for slander. Of course, if you have any genuine grievances about the auction, the lots, or the process, please enlighten me as to where exactly I went wrong.
You... Fine. Yes, technically it was all legitimate. Guess all I can do is take the loss. But if word gets out about today's auction, people are gonna start seeing you as a con artist. No one would dare do business with you after that. I guess what I'm saying is this really in your best interests?
Let me answer that with a question. You claim that you were willing to pay a high price because you trusted me. But is that really the full story?
What do you mean? What else could it be?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it could be something to do with a lost item from the original Jade Chamber collection that has quietly made its way into your hands.
Oh.
When the Jade Chamber fell, countless valuable items from my collection plunged into the sea. I organized a salvage operation, but still there were many items unaccounted for. A considerable number of these made their way back into Liyue Harbor through means unbeknownst to me, and pass through several pairs of hands before finally ending up in yours, and those of your fellow bidders today.
Wait, you mean...
Yes. Everyone attending the auction today is in possession of lost property belonging to me. Or, to put it another way, they were all people who have had a taste of something that was mine and convinced themselves that I am someone to be taken advantage of.
No wonder they had such blind faith.
So I ask you again, your high bidding price, was it motivated by trust, or was it greed? The sole reason I held this auction is to reclaim my treasured possessions. If you are willing to return what is mine, I will refund all the money you spent in the auction today.
All right, fine. I guess I'll return it. You drive a hard bargain, like everyone says. I'll go and get it right now. Please just wait here.
Despite his bad attitude, he cooperated in the end. Good for him.
All makes sense now. You, I'll just let it explain itself.
The issue was that all items of mine that have been fished out of the sea have changed hands numerous times already. Determining who has legal ownership would be an extremely long-winded process, with each item being assessed on a case-by-case basis. Even Yanfei says she'd have a difficult time defending my claims. I could have bought them back, but it's not in my nature to pay twice for the same thing. Least of all, when they'd be looking to make a handsome profit from my misfortune. After making some inquiries, I found them to be most uncooperative. So I had to resort to this auction to finally put a stop to all this nonsense.
Definitely suits your modus operandi.
I just wanted my things back. Hardly an unusual sentiment. At most, a little childish perhaps. Which is another reason why I didn't tell anybody about my plan. What do you think it was about the Jade Chamber that defeated Osile?
The explosion?
Well, I think it was a combination of the weight and the energy it contains. Its great weight meant that it hit Osile with incredible force, while the energy within triggered that spectacular explosion. Every piece of the Jade Chamber, from the stone walls and wooden beams down to the smallest ornament, contributed to its total weight. But in the end, they became objects of merchants' greed. It's hard not to get a little irked thinking about it.
That's not so childish.
Thank you for understanding. Now I've got one of my items back. Let me show you what makes it so special. The secrets of history shine through in the relics that survive. And this one now has the story of another age to tell.
The weight of a collection. None of the items that were offered up during the decisive battle shall be lost, no matter how small. Fascinating. Okay. Oh, we might have time for another ending. Is that... Yep. That's full track on both of those, so now we have to go back to scheduling the day. I'm sure we'll be able to tell. Fuck. We'll be able to tell what the next choice is. Yeah, the vase that was out there is just like one of these.
Before I get into specifics, I want to, as a member of the Luet, my usual job. For example, arranging her daily schedule, picking out clothes for her, dressing her, applying her perfume.
Your eyes are really sparkling right now.
You misunderstand me. I am simply trying to impress upon you the sheer importance of the work you will be undertaking.
Baisha has always been very passionate about her work.
Oh yes, that's what she normally
I can
looks
leave
like.
any task in her. I'm sure she was simply trying to.
Think back to the topic at hand. By Xiao and by Wen, I can go through the methods I use, all in a day's work for the currently, there are 100 and... Yes, I did try. I'll go through the most important. First is the period, then a discussion with... Right after that, there's... Yes, you do. You need to take travel to ample knowledge of all outside I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point?
Like this, is she?
Good. Then let's press on. We're tight on time here, and there's a lot to get through. Already? Wow. You're a fast learner. Very good. This will be much more efficient.
Wonderful. Then I'll be counting on you to provide my
do
schedule.
my best.
I'm grateful for your
So
assistance.
I believe
if
I have
anything
to
else is
fail
unclear.
to
Take care, Lady
continue
Ninguang.
this. Alright, time to avoid anything too complicated. One day off. Alright.
Don't you think that this schedule is a bit of a light load?
Ninguang hasn't taken a vacation in a long time, I'll bet.
Yeah, that's true. Lady Ninguang has a lot of work to attend to, and frankly, she doesn't have many opportunities to rest. We do sometimes worry about her health, but her attitude is very Mora-driven. If by taking a break there's a chance she'll lose Mora, she'll never agree to it.
But the work will always be there.
Huh. I see where you're coming from. Yes, you have a point. All right then, let's go with your plan. I'm sure Lady Ninguang has plenty she wants to talk about with you. There's a lot of things that need doing over at the auction venue, so I will be leaving you now.
Hope everything goes well tomorrow.
I hope so too. You must be exhausted. Make sure you get an early night tonight.
Great. I guess this one is day off. Let's go have fun with Ninguang. Let's go make sure Ninguang has fun. I wonder if she knows how. Oh, what am I doing? I can just wait. Literally 6:58, and I need to wait till 7. Oh, wait, no, it has to be the following day, so I have to move it 24 hours.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing. Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Same as usual.
That's good. I was worried you'd be a little uncomfortable. So, what's item 1 on today's schedule?
Here, take a look for yourself.
I imagine this must have taken Baisha completely by surprise.
Yes, but she said she'd leave it up to me.
Sure. There's no harm in changing my schedule around once in a while. My schedule is usually very tightly packed, and any extra time I can squeeze out is spent on preparing for the future. So, it'll be quite nice to take a break.
You don't take many breaks, huh?
I don't often feel tired. Seeing the Mora come in has a way of making me feel quite invigorated. Still, your idea is very sensible. Mora can only lift a weary spirit. It cannot alleviate physical fatigue. So then, the days ahead of us. Any ideas on how to spend it?
I will say, comparing her two outfits, the blue one is lovely, but it is missing that thing in her hair. I do like that bit. These might be the same answer, but let's start with the first one. Let's do something you never normally have time for.
Something I never have time for. Ah, have you played the chess game I made? Or heard of it, perhaps?
Never heard of it.
It's called Liyue Millennial, based on classic chess, but with different rules. When I was designing it, I wanted it not only to be a fun game, but also to capture Liyue's culture in a unique way. So I introduced a lot of concepts that aren't part of traditional chess, as well as different chess pieces and even boards. I'm constantly revising and expanding it. So far, there are over 30 editions.
What an ambitious project.
True. That's one reason why it's been difficult to catch on. But I don't feel that making it easier to learn is necessarily a good thing. Isn't one of the joys of playing chess to continually learn and progress through a complex set of rules?
So, how do we get people interested in it?
I think the key will be to make something that easily catches the attention of people who haven't played much chess before. I'm planning to make a new set with the board and pieces based on the battle for Liyue. One side will play the Guardians of Liyue Harbor. The other side will play the Fatui and Osile.
Sounds fun.
No problem. I will let you try it out as soon as I finish the prototype. I want to make each of the chess pieces of Liyue Millennial as true to life as possible. And no Guardians of Liyue chess set would be complete without you, would it?
You're going to make a chess piece based on me? I'm flattered.
I am indeed. Many of them, in fact. My thinking
we
was
the
that only
pawns?
people who pre-order the chess set at full price will be eligible to receive the limited edition Traveler chess piece. It seems only fitting for
What?
someone of your status.
So I'm part of the marketing plan.
Naturally, since you are the face of that historic event. I intend to make chess pieces for everyone who was involved that day, including myself. Everyone who owns this chess set will preserve this moment in history in a vivid and compelling form.
Sounds great.
Then it's decided. Come with me. To make this chess piece, I need to take some measurements.
Oh, cool! Alright. Up. Going outside. Actually, I could probably... No. If we're gonna go somewhere, I want to see if I can glide there, because from so high up, you gotta. Oh dear. Seems like a storm today. Gonna make this faster, like I said. Yeah, and all the construction stuff that was over there is gone because it is finally launched. I wonder. Yeah, no, still can't climb up over here. They crossed this part off for some reason. They could have put the cross here. They could have let us go on this part. Why not? But no. Like, it's there. It is physically there. We should be able to go there, but no. It was hard enough to climb that spit of land over there to glide onto that boat. And as we are in a city, it is no longer raining. Oh yeah, interesting thing. When you're far enough away from stuff like trees, they go to a 2D texture. And if you're right above them, they can't decide which way to go up. So literally, you can see them kind of spread out around, but as we get closer, they turn into actual trees. Poof. Oh, yeah. How nice to see you.
Oh, Lady Ninguang and the Traveler.
You already know each other?
We've met before.
Oh, I think it goes a little deeper than that. I don't teach my hard-earned skills to just anyone, you know.
I love it when we get her voiced. Like, you get some of the insinuations from the text, but when she's actually in a voiced cutscene like this, it is just so good.
There's a word for people like you, who are warm one minute and cold the next. Fickle.
Me?
You seem to be in a good mood today.
Who are you talking about
As
with that
ever,
line?
there's nothing special about today, but seeing you two has definitely perked me up. All jokes aside, how can I be of service today?
Remember the custom chess pieces I told you about? I'd like you to take his measurements today.
But isn't she in the porcelain business? Well, yes, that means she'll make it out of porcelain.
Whatever business I'm in, I am first and foremost a woman of many talents. Don't you remember when I taught you how to
Yeah.
make perfume? There was no porcelain involved in that. As it happens, I am a skilled tailor as well. What can I say? I'm in the prime of my youth and I love all beautiful things. Is that so strange?
Was the perfume thing part of another hangout or story quest? Because it was part of a recent event. And if they're actually referencing an event in a hangout quest, that's interesting.
Yingar is every bit as proficient as any of the top
Yingar.
tailors in the land. I've availed myself of her services many times before.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just realizing that the Traveler only thinks I'm good at one thing. I see how it is. In which case, you'll find all the tools you could need in the room. Please, help yourselves. I'll stay outside and mind my own porcelain business, as you quite rightly suggested.
No, please.
Huh? What are you expecting me to do here?
No, she's joking! She's joking!
The Traveler is the one you should be asking about that.
I wasn't insinuating anything!
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's hard not to tease when you're both so well matched. Come on then. Step inside and I'll examine your body from tip to toe.
Good lord!
If I hear any strange new rumors after this, you will be my #1 suspect.
Rumors about the Traveler or the chess piece?
Either. Both are confidential.
Don't worry, I know where the line is. I'd never take a joke too far.
But you
Secrets are only
definitely toe
fun
that
when they're
line.
kept secret.
I hope you do know where the line is.
Just enough with the ambiguous phrasing, okay? You'll give people the wrong idea. Forget it. Let's just go.
You're always
But it's
welcome
so
at Scent
fun.
of Spring. Come again, anytime.
I slightly regret bringing you here.
But only slightly!
It doesn't bother me. I just hope she didn't make you feel too awkward.
Oh,
Now
oh,
that your
oh,
measurements
please.
are taken,
It is
let's
worth
go to
it.
Mingxing Jewelry and put an order in.
It is so worth it. I have no idea how I would react if someone were to talk to me like that in person. But that's because nobody talks like that in real life.
Hello, Lady Ninguang.
It's just so
What can I do
fucking
for you
funny.
today?
That chess piece I told you about? We can start work now. I have the Traveler's measurements here.
Okay, let me just double check. Looks good. This has all the measurements we need. I'll pass them on to the craftsman shortly.
Good. And as agreed, please use top-grade materials only.
Of course, we are professionals, and we will do everything we can to deliver the high standard you expect. Although, speaking to you as a friend, I have to tell you that the sale price you indicated won't even cover the cost of production. I don't mean just the material costs either. Waiting around for top quality materials drags out the production time and also reduces the total quantity we can produce.
That's okay. This one is not for profit. With every previous set, there's always been some degree of commercial or marketing considerations to bear in mind. But this one serves more of a commemorative purpose. To that point, as you know, the prototype of the Jade Chamber chess piece has been in the works for a long time. But I haven't once followed up on the progress.
Jade Chamber? There's a Jade Chamber piece in the chess set?
Yes, and just like your piece, the Jade Chamber piece will be scaled for the game.
Now I understand Xingqi's concern. It's a huge undertaking.
Yes, it's a challenging project. But also, not-for-profit is really not something I ever expected from Lady Ninguang. How do I put it? It just seems out of character.
In business, everything comes down to profits versus losses. You have to keep a cool head and make rational judgments. In other words, you must be shrewd. But shrewdness is easily perceived as cynicism in the eyes of others. People come to think of you as someone who cares only about money and not people. Hardly the worst thing in the world, of course. But it has caused obstacles for me in the past.
How?
Well, for example, I once had a case where someone backed out of a deal with me to sell to someone else. We were both offering the exact same terms. It was simply because they didn't like me very much. Another case is where I offered distinctly more competitive terms in an investment, and this ended up arousing their suspicion. That Ninguang, they thought, she must be up to something. We can't let her get away with it.
I see.
But these problems disappeared all but completely after the battle against Ersail. Why? Because the whole of Liyue witnessed me destroying my Jade Chamber. At least, that's the most reasonable explanation I could think of.
Oh, I get it. You're saying that back when you sacrificed the Jade Chamber, you gained everyone's respect in return. You're not seeking to make a profit from these chess pieces because what you're commemorating is your personal contribution to Liyue Harbor. It was the deal of the century. And as long as you keep capitalizing on it, business will be plain sailing for you in the future.
Yes, exactly. Very to the point.
Indeed.
Truly a brilliant strategy, Lady Ninguang. You really are a business mastermind. Now I understand why this set needs to be so perfect and why it's okay that it doesn't turn a profit.
It will be a lot of work, and I'm most grateful to you. Make sure the Traveler's piece is exactly how he wants it. We can't go letting him down.
Indeed. Don't you worry. We'll put our all into it.
Well, that's that then. Let's head back to the Jade Chamber. There's something I want to discuss with you.
Oh? Why did that come with the breaking heart symbol?
Join the Adventurers Guild. You'll have
Alright. Probably about to get an ending, and this will be the last one for the night.
I have a question for you, and I'd like to hear your honest opinion. And I, in turn, will tell you how I really think. When we were at Mingxing Jewelry, I admitted that my decision to sacrifice the Jade Chamber was a calculated one. I had already considered what I stood to lose and to gain. When you heard that, did it make you think that maybe I really was a cynical profit chaser after all?
The point is that you stepped up when the time came.
Thank you. Yes, you see things the way they are, however they may appear on the surface. I was lying to Xingqi. My decision to destroy the Jade Chamber was nowhere near as thought through as I made it out to be. I just thought we should do what needed to be done, and this was a decision that only I could make. Afterwards, I consoled myself by reasoning that all my wealth comes from Liyue Harbor. So, to lose Liyue Harbor is to lose everything. In that sense, giving up the Jade Chamber would be a profitable investment in the long term. But it just didn't work. I was grief-stricken. like a huge part of my heart was suddenly missing, because I had just severed ties with a lifelong companion. I stared out at the sea for goodness knows how long. I just couldn't let it go. I just couldn't. There was no way I could console myself. So why bother trying? But as time went by, I received so many thank you gifts and letters from people. Everyone was describing how they now saw me in a new light, how I'd become an inspiration to them. I gave up the Jade Chamber without a moment's hesitation, and I did it for the sake of Leo Harbor. And now, people are inspired to follow my example, to tackle their life challenges with the same unswerving determination. All of this was so encouraging to hear. It made me feel that my dear old companion's sacrifice was not in vain.
So, why did you lie to Xingqi?
Because, to most people, the idea that Lady Ninguang is someone who battles with grief and struggles to let go of the past is probably the furthest thing from the truth that they could imagine. This is one aspect of the truth that I can share only with you. The fact that I can't always be as strong as everyone thinks I am.
You've done so well.
Thank you for your comforting words. It feels good even just to be able to talk about it. I'm sorry that you have to see me in this state, but look where I am now, standing on the deck of the Jade Chamber once more, taking in the view. It must be fate's reward to me. And if I end up having to do it all over again in the future, I will not hesitate to make the same decision again.
Unchanging will. Through countless melancholy moments, the clouds are now at last clear. Gazing ahead, she will surely make the right decisions. I said it before and I'll say it again. Ninguang often sounds a bit monotonous, but when you give her good, well-written lines and the opportunity to put some emotion in there. Hold on. Aaron Eberis. Good job. Holy shit, you've done a good job. Oh, that's where the chess game came up. Didn't get to play it, though. What are we missing here? Oh. About all the others. Huh. Ascension phases and friendship levels. Cool. But yeah, that was... Man, the emotions in that last bit. Saying goodbye to an old friend, which is, of course, her flying mansion. I mean, putting it that way makes it seem a bit disingenuous, but I guess... Well, she did pay for the whole thing herself. Money she made. Ah, so there was a three-way split there for time off. We'll get those last two tomorrow, and then also do all, probably all 5 of Yunjin. Oh, really? Huh. Well, as great a place to end as this is, should I go to our normal spot? Nah, fuck it. let's end it on this fantastic view. I'll be going around other places anyway. Alright, let's see about a raid, shall we? Bunch of people online. But, as it should always be a fun time with her, let's send y'all to Project Melody. No real reason, just because she's always fun. Alright, well, I don't actually know what I'll be playing after this, but I'll figure it out. I have a day or two. Until next time, folks, this is the Pirate King, signing off. Have a good night.